guy has it all figured out.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Butler.
Let's get it. Let's get to the bad D.
Hey, good old
bad D.
Okay.
Let's get to it, man. First play. Boom. Ooh, good old. So we talk about, pause it real quick, Pat. We talk about all the time. Speed at 3 causes issues for defense. You got Jamal Adams on the back end of the defensive coverage. Not a great coverage guy, all right?
Whoa.
Guy you want in the box around the ball, I think blitzing the quarterback in the run game. And right now you see Deebo Samuel line up at 2. But if you pause it right here, late motion, kind of similar to what Miami does, but obviously San Fran does it their own way. Now he's at 3. And when you're playing this Seattle defense, a lot of times you drop this safety into this hook curl zone opposite of the speed, opposite of the passing strength for this route, literally for this route. 3rd and 11, Deebo Samuel's running this over route.
Oh.
Jamal Adams is trying to, sitting there making him go over the top, which he does, and just an absolute seed to Deebo Samuel, who's a little faster than most people give him credit for. He's faster on the field than he looks on the film. Ran smooth past Jamal Adams, and obviously this is some bad D.
Do you think there's a chance that right here Jamal Adams thought to himself, there's no way Brock Purdy will throw a deep ball here?
No chance.
Yeah, because Jamal can run, and he's this is honestly how you would almost coach it up to play it. It's 3rd and 11, so you do want to kind of be around those sticks. This is a post safety. He's leaning maybe a little more than he would like to. You also got a deep third corner who's being occupied by that curl. I mean, that's a great ball. That's great. Obviously, Deebo doing a great job turning on the Jets. But, I mean, good ball. Obviously, people say Brock Purdy system guy, great players around him.
Game manager.
Shanahan, game manager, all this shit, which things you want your quarterback to be. You want your quarterback to be a game manager. You want your quarterback to be a quote-unquote system quarterback, make the right plays, make the right throws. But you just can't find anybody that can make these type of throws that's on the street. So great play, great execution.
I love Brock Purdy. He's making a lot of people look bad these days.
Yes, he is.
There's some more bad D, but it's also great O.
Great O, once again. So now in the back end, you see this corner right here, young corner. We're gonna have almost like a quarter shell, 4 across. This is third and 17. So 3rd and long, late in the 4th quarter. Big time drive here. Isaiah Likely down here opposite of the 4x1. He's gonna chip. So if he's chipping on 3rd and 17, if you're this quarter's corner, it's no reason for you to chase that crosser. That's when you give it up. You let Isaiah Likely catch this. This is the first down marker way up here on the 4-yard line, so we can rally and tackle that tight end. And then this is almost, if you go back to the beginning, this is like everybody's ran and thrown this route on Madden. These crosses, right?
Oh, yeah,
one
4
crosser,
verticals.
one behind. They all going to run across the field. And you'll see Lamar Jackson with this chip step up in the pocket and make this throw to Zay Flowers. Big time throw. They needed this. Took the lead. Had a great play for the 2-point conversion after this as well. Great throw, great route.
Oh.
But once again, you're that backside corner. Sink back. If you go back real quick, if you sink back with this safety, because this safety is going to be occupied, but if you sink back, this safety will be able to drop that first one and get back to that second window. So if you pause it there, if 44 is back here around this 10-yard line, he'll be able to pick up that first one. I believe that's Aguilar. And then Zay Flowers will be coming behind him, and that safety will be in a better position to help the other safety out. But this is great offense and bad D on the defensive side of the ball. Big time play from Lamar and that Todd Monken-led offense.
Hey, that's a 34-yard strike.
Yeah.
Is this the best he's ever thrown the football?
Lamar? Yeah, in the National Football League. The MVP year, he did. He was throwing the ball well. He was spinning. I think he led the league in touchdown passes that year, but he's throwing the ball well, and he's throwing it more. It's a more sophisticated passing offense. He got better weapons, probably the best group of guys that he's had. Regardless, I know they've drafted guys in the 1st round or 2nd round or whatever, but Aguilar's playing decent. Zay Flowers is playing really good. OBJ is coming along. Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews' absence is playing well, and the offensive line is playing well also. But he threw for over 300, and this was a bad weather game. Both of these quarterbacks were spinning it, him and Stafford, in a game that wasn't ideal when it comes as far as weather. Once again, this is first and 10 now. Quarters coverage, something we saw believe it was last week with Derek Stingley, had that catch, that beautiful pick on that dig and go route. Same thing here with OBJ. He actually said he ran the wrong route. You have a double move here, and I believe a double move here as well in the alumni section, right? Around that logo. Empty, you don't see a bunch of double moves from empty. They do it here, you're going to get a dig and go. So a typical route is option here in the slot, a dig from Odell Beckham. But he put some sauce on it, dig and go. Now, when this safety drives it, when Fuller drives the dig, which he's supposed to do, the corner. That corner has to drive high and protect that double move. He does not. Eyes are in the backfield. Lamar Jackson stepped up. Doesn't make the best throw, but put enough air on it, gives OBJ enough time to adjust to it. Boom.
Wow.
Back in the end zone.
Yeah,
OBJ's back, AJ.
Hey,
He looks good. D-Butt, that's a known thing, right? That corner has to just start getting vertical instantly, right? When he sees him cross his face or he sees the safety drive down on that dig, he's got to know. Like, he's got to anticipate that, doesn't he?
you got to know. It's one of those things that you do, but honestly, you don't see it a lot. You see the dig and go route. You don't see it that often, especially from empty. So you can kind of get lazy. Like, this is probably the first time, I believe that's Witherspoon out. Nah, not the first time. He's been around long enough. You got to drive, but it's something you don't see often. That's why it was so great to see a young corner like Derek Stingley be on top of that and drive it and make an unbelievable play. But that's exactly what the safety is supposed to do on that route. He's supposed to drive that. He's anticipating any in-breaking route, a curl, a dig, and a post. He needs to be underneath, and you got to be over the top. You got to cover his back.
Because people are blaming the safety here for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
cooked.
Yeah, for
They'll
sure.
say it's a blown coverage from the safety because the corner. You look at the corner on paper. He's playing his quarters. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But no, and lazy, kind of lazy too. If I was coaching him up, if you run it back. To me, that's lazy technique. There's no sense of urgency with 44 there. His whole demeanor, like, you're a deep quarters guy. So, like, right here, that's Odell Beckham. I know he's a little older, but he can still run. He still got some tread on his tire. So, great route. Good job having vision. Once again, he came out and said he ran the wrong route. So that's a great job by Lamar.
Seeing
him and saying, yeah, he said the double move was supposed to be on the other side, but Lamar obviously stepped up and saw him and made that throw.
What a play.
He's a young guy, but if you're a quarterback and you see 44 at corner, is that immediate, like, hey?
Well,
we talked about it
not that.
with whatever his name is, the kicker.
Playing for the Rams.
Definitely.
Randy Bullock.
Definitely. And you got a red dot on you sometimes, especially if you know when you go into certain situations, whether it's red area, whether it's empty, at this point in the year, you are who you are, defensively, offensively. So you can know, okay, Connor's going to be out there corner. We're going to have him in quarters. This is the route we're going to have for Connor for this situation. So absolutely, this is going to be a thing.
Well, and that's just white people in general, right? Like if you see a white corner, you have to throw him.
Well, I mean, I heard the Bussin' Boys, what do you call it, milk check? Or Josh Allen. Josh Allen said a milk check.
Yep.
I'm not sure. But we got a guy coming in the draft this year that may change all that.
Jason Sehorn, they're saying.
Yeah, ask.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that comparison.
Whoa.
You haven't seen that?
No.
What's
What
he
do you
getting,
mean?
like Revis?
It's the only comparison I've seen.
Just wait, you will.
It's coming.
You think it's going to come?
It's coming.
Right down
It's
the
coming.
pipe. This guy, something about him.
Lunch
It
Bill
reminds
guy?
me,
Can't put my finger on it, but he's
reminds
got
me of Jason Sehorn.
a lot of Sehorn in his game.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like the way he.
He's even handsome like Jason.
You think they'll do that with receivers too? Like this guy's kind of like the Cooper Cup in the second.
Oh yeah, they do. That's normally where it is.
Super Cup, Jordy Nelson.
Who's that dude out of Texas A&M and ran like a 4.3 or something like that? And they were like, this guy, like Dallas Clark, this guy will be able to. I forget who it was. It was like, I don't think this guy is a. This is deep ball. This guy is going. This guy's going. He's like Wes Welker. He's like Danny Amendola. It's like, I don't think that's what he. There's one thing I get.
We get that he's white.
Well, yeah, okay. All right, you're letting everybody know underneath those pads, Caucasian dude.
Yep. Sure.
Got it. Okay, that's where the comps stop. Anyway, speaking of comps, this Niners team don't have many.
Rolling. You saw him a lot in the trenches. You've seen him a lot today. Just going to put this safety in the bind. If you run it back, going to put this safety. Anytime you are a flat defender, which he is, any single high coverage, these guys who are responsible for two, they're going to be some type of flat, either a curl flat, a seam flat, whatever it is. This late motion from Juice, he's going to come across, and they have plenty of run plays that look exactly like this. 44 comes late, 85 comes late, and they hand it off to C-Mac, and you better be there to help once he sets that edge. Better be in there to make the tackle. You also have coverage responsibility down the field. He runs this fake, this play-action fake.
Yikes.
Boom.
That's tough.
So that
is a tough play.
That's really tough. You're in the bind as a safety, and also as a corner, right? As a corner,
impossible.
if you are a deep third guy, I would assume he's a deep third guy because he's rotating down. You got a deep safety. Corner, Woolen, he should be back, in my opinion. He should be deeper because technically this is the number one receiver right now. Now, 44 is going to come across. He's going to become the final one. But as a deep third guy, you are a primary pass defender. You are a secondary run defender. So you react to the run, and your first duty is pass down the field. But Julian Love is in a tough spot. You get the play action. He grabs him. It's not enough. Kittle runs through it. Wide open touchdown.
Watch Kittle take a look down as if he was going to come down and help block.
Yep.
Look at his head, turn his head, and then, okay, I'm going to go block. Yeah, because we've seen this play 1,000 times on In the Trenches.
Yep.
Boom, pull, Kittle blocks down, Juszczyk picks up 155, picks up whoever else is in there.
It looks like a run play.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. And then all of a sudden, boop, nope, I'm out of here, actually. See ya.
So tough.
That decision, too. Like, okay, do I want to get pancaked and laughed at by George Kittle?
Or do I want him to beat me on a deep ball?
And score a touchdown.
So tough. And you'll see it from the tight
impossible.
copy, even tougher, even more impossible from the back end, because once again, everything looks the same. You see the bind that Julian Love is in. Once again, I think Tariq Woolen could be back, help him out, because right now that is the number one receiver. Tough job for 20. And this is why they do it. You always have to have plays. And then you have to have plays off of it. You have to have counters off of it. I think Dan Orlowski talked about that when speaking about, forget which offense, but he was saying they don't have plays that mirror each other.
Think New
This
England.
is the reason why. Probably New England.
Yeah, potentially. There's other places as well. You know, it's not great seeing bad D, but every once in a while it's just good D that makes bad D. How about some good D? We got a lot of good D guys on this particular graphic, don't we? What a bunch of studs on here.
Great D guys. Jeez.
Yeah.
All defensive player of the years?
Where is Odyssey Wilfork?
Yeah, I believe so.
Sorry, we need to get nose tackle in there. You're right.
Yeah, Larry Guy, no.
Couple Ravens over this.
Yeah, no Steelers.
Yeah.
I did have a Steeler on there.
Who was that?
And I swapped him out.
Who was it?
Joe Green.
Troy?
Troy. It was Troy.
Oh,
you went at Reed instead?
Troy. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Troy Polamalu had an opportunity to potentially be on this. Hey, Troy, I want to let you know I thought you deserved what you did to me.
Unbelievable.
But I mean, Ed or Troy,
Brian
if I had to make
Dawkins?
the choice, I got to go Ed. That's just me. I know that helmet. Sorry, Tom.
Brian
Sorry,
Dawkins?
Nick.
I paid good money for Troy signature.
Yeah, we all would. We all would see him.
You did.
4th and 10 against the, I don't know if they're the same old Lions.
Oh, no.
Brandon Lions. I'm not sure right now with these turnovers.
Bears, good D?
I'm not sure right now, but Jalen Johnson, what I am sure about is he is an absolute stud. Just watch him with vision. Great cornerback with vision. Keeping everything inside of him, getting width, getting depth. 4th and 10, been aware of the sticks, been aware of the routes, outside flood, 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Cookies.
Goof.
Hey, that's that good D.
That's a great D right there. Love this from a young corner. Pay the man his money. You know, you went and got your pass rusher, lock your corner up, figure out what you're going to do with quarterback, whether it's keeping Justin Fields or going and drafting one. That's great D. Understand the situation, understanding the route concepts, and then going up and finishing and making a play.
How about them paying old buddy and then the defense responding?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It has been a vastly different team over the last few weeks. Congrats to you, ZD, baby.
Yep.
Oh yeah, bear down.
And most of the year, Chicago has been a good run, a good defensive team against the run. But now these last few weeks, obviously bringing a stud pass rusher, that helps things.
Especially when it's
Top
cold.
five.
And then
outside,
they, getting healthy
playing
in the back end as well. Got some got some good players on that back end as well.
Yeah, him and Brisker.
Flus calling
Yeah.
the defense again?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not sure. Is he Cito?
Yes, he is.
Here's another great defense, dude. This team might win a I'm not saying it.
No,
Say
it's
it.
real.
Say
It's
it.
real.
Say
With
it.
footsteps.
They might win a playoff game.
Yep.
This team might win a playoff game out there. They could go on a run. Why not with this defense, especially with the good D we're about to watch right here?
Absolutely. 4th quarter. Trevor Lawrence, tough son bitch. Got out there and played 31, 3 picks this game.
We haven't talked about that enough. How'd that happen?
How? Yeah. Seriously, though.
Liability.
How was he running around the field, too? He was running everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought he was done after that hit.
What do we think? They
is
labeled it a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
This is the second time we've seen this from him, right?
I think he's just a fucking dog.
Me too. I think there's a chance.
He is.
Yeah.
Tough cuss.
Yeah.
There was also a game last year against the Lions. Didn't he get his knee?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His knee was in half.
Thought he was going to be out for the
Thought
year.
he was done for the
Was
year
fine.
for sure, and then he came back. in the
Hey,
second
Trevor,
half.
we appreciate you, buddy.
Just need more of that.
Like AJ said yesterday, love seeing the tough guys, especially at their quarterback.
Now, granted, he threw 3 picks.
He
so-
did. And this
but
is one of them.
Still a dog.
Yes.
Bad one. This is a bad one. 3rd and 1. Cornerback Greg Newsome is in this bail position. So when you're in a bail technique as a corner, the number one route you cannot give up is a deep go ball, just a straight go. That's the one you're waiting for. That's the one where you basically turn into the receiver. Newsome has been playing a lot of inside. Denzel Ward has been out, so he's playing some outside, just tracking the ball. Trevor Lawrence said, I'm going to take a shot, give it to Ridley. And as a corner, this is exactly what you want to see if you get tried, because you're getting disrespected at this point. Because you're getting disrespected. If I'm open and I'm looking at the quarterback and he's looking at me and he just throws the ball, I got to go and make him pay. Now, pause it real quick. Anthony Walker, great heads-up play. I'm sure AJ has seen this and done this a ton. So empty. If you run it, let me see how far we can get back. Because they go to an empty check, which most defenses have, especially a good one. So Jacksonville comes out empty. Defensive usually makes adjustments. So you see everyone communicate, everyone touching their shoulders, right? That's our empty check. All out pressure. We're sending pressure. Now, what offenses do, obviously quarterback, hey, I'm going to check the protection. Let's bring the tight end to protect it. Anthony Walker, former Colt. Hey, call it safety in. What did you guys used to call this, AJ? Where if he stays in the blocks, you add on to the pressure.
I mean, we would just call it hug rush or whatever. We would win through him. You take him and run your guy into the quarterback.
Basically. So hug rush, usually it's with a tight end or a running back. That safety is responsible for him in coverage. But if he blocks, you add on to the pressure because we'll always have one more. So great job by the linebacker getting his safety down there because he can't do it, obviously, if he's 8-9 yards off the ball. He's just helping nobody once Ingram stays in there and block. He's sitting there covering nobody.
Did you happen to see Ingram's look when Trevor calls him in and then he looks at who is across from him? You could see.
Oh, Myles Garrett?
Yeah. Like when he calls him in and then he looks at Myles Garrett, he doesn't seem thrilled about it, which is just hilarious.
Please let me run this
Coming
out.
in, and then he goes and looks at him.
Just block
Are you
him.
sure about Okay.
Yeah. He was probably better off, honestly, just throwing a quick hot route to Ingram with 33 off the ball because,
That's what they did with Gronk in the Super Bowl. They brought him in, and then he did like the fake block release touchdown.
Yep.
Evan Ingram 1-on-1 with Myles Garrett.
Hey, did a decent
Yeah,
pretty good.
did pretty good.
Got his body in front of him for sure.
Did a decent job, a great job finishing the play, and I love seeing that great communication up front by my guy, A-Walt.
Hey, it's good leadership right there.
What's up?
Was that the best feeling when playing football, intercepting the ball in front of the other team's sideline?
Ooh, yeah, especially if it's to end the game. If it's to end the game, I had one of those against Seattle. They were on a roll one year. They came into the Loud House. And made a play on the first or second down, and then the last
place erupted.
Place is loud. You're right there. I was right there in front of Pete Carroll. He was crying or whatever. I just kind of gave him a little, talked a little shit to Doug Baldwin. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Great moment.
Everyone's so bummed.
I do hate this though, guys. You get a pick, and defense is down here. You're gonna run all the way to that end zone. So if I'm your teammate, I can't be a bad teammate. I gotta run 95 yards to come celebrate with you, take a picture. Or if I don't, it's a bad teammate.
Yeah, because you could come this way.
Yeah, you could come this way, buddy. You're about at the 50, so G knew come back that way. But obviously, all these guys, I would say he probably got about 6.
Well, and he knows too, hey, we got Joe Flacco now. We're going to be on the sideline for a little bit. They're going to put together a nice
Be able to rest up, boys.
Yeah. And great field position,
I don't want to get a loaf from Jim Schwartz either.
This is my favorite of the week.
Bingo.
Now, I had Carlton Davis on here a few weeks ago. He had a rough one. But corners, we got to have short-term memory. Trap coverage, flat defender. This guy's been watching ball. He's been watching tape. Big-time player for them, Bijan Robinson. Late motion out to the flat. Ritter does a little play-action fake. I'm just swinging out. We got 2 blockers. Nope. Read it like a book.
Wow.
Made a play.
Ritter.
Unbelievable play.
Ritter, huh?
Hey, they got numbers, too. If they block those 2, they got 2-on-2. They got some numbers and some space.
Yeah, so they got the look. This is the exact look Arthur Smith and this offense wants. Unbelievable
Nobody adjusts,
play.
really.
Yeah, Carl Pitts out to lunch out there.
Yeah, Kyle, when a guy reacts like this, though.
Well, Bijan's in motion, so he can't. You can't have 2 guys moving at the same time.
No, he can't move for sure, but that's a tough block to make when that corner is dialed in like that on what's going on. So a great play by him. I mean, you got to give a little more effort.
Yeah, what are we doing?
You got to give a little more effort than that. Kyle Pitts. That's why they put a tight end out there. That was probably one of the keys that popped up for Carlton Davis. I got a tight end out here. Bijan's in motion. And usually when you motion, especially one of your star players, a lot of times it's as a decoy, unless it's like a Tyreek Hill who you just get him a running start to make sure you don't get hands on him. So when you motion a guy like that who was probably one of the game records coming into that week, you know you're going to have some eyes on it. But that's an unbelievable play from Carlton
That's
Davis.
tough to put that on Ritter, too, though. Ritter, look at reverse pivot around. And he's got to pull the trigger.
He did not know.
No.
Yeah.
He's told, throw that thing.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, look at the action in the backfield, too. Come on now. He didn't even get to look at him. See you go.
Unbelievable play, though. These are the ones you dream about.
That's tough.
Yeah, these are the ones you dream about. If I see this formation, if I see this, I'm going after them making a play. Hey,
Yes!
Patriots. I don't know if they've been on here a bunch. Jabril Peppers. They're having a great year.
It's that good D.
It's that good team.
It's that good D.
Hey, it's
Let it go, Patriots.
It's the finale, too. We got
Bill.
We got some simulated pressure. So we're going to bring 2 DBs, 2 linemen are going to rush. 3rd and 10, these guys are going to be around the stick, especially Jabril Peppers. Reading Maserati Mitch. You see him go back, get back to a half, get a great read on him, and come back down. I believe I saw a tweet bashing the tight ends for some lazy route running.
Oh.
Not sure if this was on Muth. Not sure who this was on. I just think this was a great play design.
You know who it was on.
I'm not sure who was on, Tom.
shitty
Great play design, great break, and a great job finishing the play. Now, once again, this is the simulated pressure. You only got 2 down linemen, a couple DBs dug around here, hugging around, and they're only going to bring 1, 2, 3, and the DB's going to come off the edge as well. So a simulated pressure where we're only bringing 4, but you're still going to pretty much have a free hitter coming, which has caused that pressure. He comes inside.
Hey, go back.
If you rewind
run it back real quick.
Yep.
From the back end, what just basic football one. If you go back a little bit, watch the guys coming off the edge on looking to their right side. Watch the first guy. He goes underneath the back because if he goes outside the back, 2 can block 1.
Yep.
1 can block 2. So watch. He's coming here, underneath the fullback so I can clean it up for the next guy coming over top to have a clean shot at the quarterback. That's just like basic stuff that it's not surprising that the Patriots do, but sometimes that guy might take the bait and go upfield, and all of a sudden the back blocks both of these guys.
Yeah, and when you bring that simulated pressure, if you run it back a little bit, Pat, look what it does to the protection. You got like
They all
1,
point
2,
left.
3, 4 guys basically blocking 1, and then like AJ said, you got this back who essentially is responsible for 2. So that's the look. Who knows? You only got 2 guys down. I don't know. AQ will have to tell you who's the mic, what was the protection. But you see him pointing left. You see him pointing left. They end up both going that way. Great job by old Bill dialing this one up.
Wow.
And then the guys executing. And once again, like AJ said, coming across inside that, because he's got to take most dangerous, which is always the inside guy. And then you bring his speed. Is that Bryant coming off the edge?
Yeah,
2-7?
that's
Yep.
Mark Bryant.
Boom. So, yeah, see, it wasn't Maserati's fault.
I mean, that's just genius
Right in his
defensive
face, right in
play
his face.
calling. Yeah, I don't know what else you wanted.
And
good D.
scheming and strategy.
Scheme.
That's good D
That
right
is that
there.
good D.
Players in position.
Ladies and gentlemen, everything DB. Good
Yes,
D.
sir.
Baby.
Thank you, D-Butch. Great work this week, pal.